Tonight, the border crisis landing at the doorstep of the White House as pressure mounts on President Biden.
The ayes have it, and the motion is agreed to.
Last night, shortly after 1 a.m., House Republicans moving forward articles of impeachment against Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, which, if successful, would make him the first cabinet member to be impeached in nearly 150 years.
Serious harm has occurred.
Republicans accusing the secretary of willfully ignoring the law, which they say has led to millions of migrant crossings.
President Biden and Secretary Mayorkas have designed this catastrophe.
Mayorkas calling the accusations baseless. Meanwhile, a new immigration bill mired in uncertainty.
A bipartisan bill would be good for America and help fix our broken immigration system.
Over the weekend, the president saying he was ready to, quote, shut down the border if Congress allowed him.
If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly.
Two sources familiar with the negotiations saying the proposed bill would force border authorities to turn away all migrants, even if they're seeking asylum, if the daily average of migrant encounters at the border hits 5,000 over a 7-day period, or if it hits 8,500 in a single day. And if a shutdown were to occur, 1,400 migrants would still be allowed to enter with an appointment through a port of entry per day. This is the only migrant shelter in Eagle Pass. Last month, more than 18,000 people came through the shelter. This room was completely packed. Right now, as you can see, it's almost empty. Some people say that this is an invasion, the number of people coming across the border. What do you think of that?
It's not an invasion. These people have a motive to leave their countries, and it's very sad to listen their stories.
We spoke to a mother from Colombia, one of the few migrants at the shelter. She didn't want to show her face over concerns for their safety. She says there are a lot of people coming, but instead of shutting down the border, they should try to understand what's pushing them to migrate in the first place. This small border town of Eagle Pass has become a stage for political theater. The Texas National Guard has shut down parts of the border in a standoff with the federal government, and locals are now bracing themselves for the possible arrival of a convoy of Trump supporters that's set to arrive in town in just a few days. Some of those Trump supporters already trickling in some cases driving to the border from hours away.
I think there's people that need to come in, but everything's not being done right. They're just letting everybody in, and I don't think it's good for our country.
Now some locals in Eagle Pass saying they're tired of being caught in the middle of a political turf war.
It's just a political show. Why? Because they have nothing else to work on. Let's face it. That's the only thing they have.
David joins us now live from Eagle Pass, Texas. David, it was a little hard to hear that resident there at the end of your piece. What are city officials there, and what are you hearing from the residents in Eagle Pass?
Yeah, both residents and officials say that they are oftentimes frustrated and tired with the way their town has been put at the center of this political conflict. City officials, for the most part, are not speaking on the record. However, I did have a conversation off camera with one city official who asked not to be named, who said that there's a lot of frustration with the way, for example, Texas National Guard and state troops have been using city parks. They say parking vehicles on public parks and public golf courses has in some cases ruined irrigation systems. That's just one example of the real material consequences that this small town is suffering. And they say they didn't ask to be in the middle of this, and yet here they are in the middle of it. Tom?
David, you described that caravan that's coming to the border where you are as Trump supporters. What more do we know about this group?
Yeah, this is a group of self-described patriots, right-wing activists. A lot of them are religious, what people who track these sorts of groups would describe as Christian nationalists. I should say, Tom, we don't know how big this convoy is going to be. Some of the images we're seeing suggest that it's not as big as the organizers claim. However, the conditions are very much here in place for a situation of high tension. I would say that the border right now is a tinderbox. All it needs is a match to light it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.